I was on the night shift at the hospital, sorting out patient records at the nurse's station, when my phone rang suddenly. It was my boyfriend Chen Cheng. His voice flustered and stumbling. Juan. Hurry, my dad's stomach hurts badly. AT's been in pain for 3 days, and now AT's rolling on the bed, vomiting and running a fever. We don't know what to do. I immediately recognized the symptoms of acute appendicitis. Rush Uncle Chen to my hospital's general surgery department right away, I said firmly. You'll wait at the admission desk to help you with the procedures. Less than 20 minutes later, Chen Cheng rushed in with his father, supported by his arm, and his mother followed, her eyes red with worry. I helped settle Father Chen in a wheelchair, quickly completed the hospitalization formalities, and sent him to the ward. The attending doctor examined him and ordered blood tests and a CT scan. The test results were worrying. The white blood cell and neutrophil counts were much higher than normal, and the CT showed an enlarged appendix with fluid accumulation. Acute appendicitis with spreading inflammation requiring emergency surgery. When I saw the doctor's order for skin preparation and catheter shunt, I hesitated, asking if laparoscopic surgery could skip the embarrassing skin preparation. The doctor shook his head. We need to prepare for both laparoscopic and open surgery. We can't take risks. I nodded. Knowing he was right, I prepared the supplies and pushed the cart to the ward. Father Chen lay pale and in agony, while Chen Cheng stood by, his fists clenched, and his mother sat quietly, wiping her eyes. I explained the procedures, and Chen Cheng helped his father get into position. I avoided Mother Chen's cold gaze. She had always looked down on my job as a nurse, thinking it was dirty and tiring. Shaving the private area was awkward, but I focused on my duty, finishing the skin preparation and catheter shunt quickly before hurrying out, my cheeks burning with embarrassment. Father Chen's surgery was successful, and he needed 24 hours of ICU observation. I stayed until my shift ended at 8. Chen Cheng and his mother never returned to the ward. As I left the hospital, I realized that day was supposed to be when we got our marriage certificates. I had even picked out a white dress. The joy of our planned wedding was overshadowed by his father's illness. Chen Cheng and I had met a year earlier at my colleague Wang Miao's wedding, where I was a bridesmaid and he a groomsman. During the door-minus greeting ceremony, he accidentally bruised my forehead, and we hit it off after that. We shared common hobbies, old movies, dislike of spicy food, and a soft spot for stray cats. He was thoughtful, remembering small details about me, and soon we started dating. When the epidemic broke out, the hospital called for volunteers to support W City. I signed up without hesitation, worried about my single mother at home. I told Chen Cheng my fears, and he suggested we get married before I left, so he could take care of my mother with a clear conscience. I refused, not wanting to trap him, but was deeply moved by his sincerity. The 3 months in W City were off. I worked over 10 hours a day in a heavy protective suit, facing the risk of infection. Chen Cheng sent me daily messages of encouragement and videos of my mother to ease my worries. When I returned to Ju City, his mother confronted me, demanding I quit my job to marry Chen Cheng. I refused, insisting nursing was meaningful work. After Father Chen was discharged, Chen Cheng grew distant. We met at a cafe, where he admitted his mother had threatened to die if he didn't break up with me. He struggled with the image of me preparing his father's skin and inserting the catheter, saying he couldn't forget it. I poured coffee over him and walked out, sending him a breakup message that night. That night, as I threw myself into work to forget the pain, Dr. Lu Yan, a colleague 7 years my senior, found me crying at the nurse's station. We had worked together for 2 years, and he often teased me, calling me Little Fox Fairy. He told me he had liked me for a long time, even asking the head nurse to introduce us, but I'd refused the idea of dating a doctor. "Marry me," he said sincerely. "My parents are medical workers. They'll support your job. They'll never let you be wronged." I nodded, and we agreed to get married the next day. The next morning, Lu Yan picked me up in a formal suit, and we went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get our marriage certificates. We then visited my mother, who was delighted to see Lu Yan. He had performed her ganglion cyst operation half a year earlier. She was shocked when I told her about the breakup with Chen Cheng, but immediately approved of Lu Yan. That afternoon, Lu Yan took me to his house, where his parents had prepared a room for me, filled with neatly washed clothes he had bought the day before. That night, Lu Yan hugged me and said, "We should not use contraception if we had a baby," promising to take care of it. The next morning, I woke up to breakfast from his parents who lived downstairs. They invited us to dinner that night, and his mother chatted warmly with me, helping me arrange my work schedule. I felt like I had gained a second family. We decided to keep our marriage a secret at work, as colleagues didn't know about my breakup with Chen Cheng. I would get off Lu Yan's car 200 meters from the hospital to avoid gossip. But he cowed and helped, showing his care, bringing me snacks, changing shifts to be with me, and catching the attention of the head nurse, who gave us movie tickets. The next day, my friend Shanshan interrogated me after seeing me get off Lu Yan's car. Before I could explain, Lu Yan put his arm around me and announced we were together. The office fell silent, then everyone booed in celebration. Chen Cheng all then texted repeatedly, apologizing and begging for another chance, but I blocked all his contact information. 1 mile later told me Chen Cheng's mother had come to her house, asking about me and saying she would agree to our marriage. I laughed. It was too late. Soon after, I felt nauseous and realized my period was over 10 days late. Lu Yan bought a pregnancy test, which was positive. My vomiting got worse, so he took me to the department for an IV infusion. Lu Yan let me rest in his office, where his partner teased him about having to marry me because of the baby. Lu Yan smiled and said we were already married. I pretended to be asleep, hearing every word. Later, when Drive Miao came to gossip, I sat up and announced we were married and expecting a baby, making everyone laugh and congratulate us. After a tough pregnancy, I gave birth to a baby girl. Lu Yan's parents doted on her, refusing to hire a confinement nurse, and Lu Yan became a daughter slave, taking care of her whenever he was on duty. When I returned to work, the hospital was still busy with the epidemic. One day, I was asked to pick up Wang Miao's mother minus Law and her friend, who turned out to be Chen Cheng's mother. She looked haggard, saying she felt a lump in her breast and was scared. I took her to Lu Yan, who examined her and reassured her it was just a wrong self-exam method. He taught her the correct way, and when we sent them out, she apologized sincerely, saying it was good to have someone in the hospital at home. I smiled and told her to come to us anytime she needed help. After the lockdown lifted, Lu Yan wanted to hold a grand wedding for me, but I refused. I just wanted a happy, stable life with him and our daughter. His parents agreed we should go on a trip instead. We secretly took our daughter with us, and Lu Yan's father called, anxious but playful, telling us to take good care of her. We went to a beautiful Jiangmen town. One quiet morning, we walked along the riverbank. I squatted to tie my shoelace, and when I looked up, I saw Lu Yan carrying a backpack, holding our daughter in a baby carrier, and pushing a stroller. He turned around anxiously when he realized he was holding my hand. I smiled, took a photo and posted it on Moments with the caption, "I found my Mr. Lu in this life." The end.